Hello and welcome to GeekatPlay Studio Tutorials. In this tutorial we'll look how to work with the lights, and mostly when is a light or object like sun up front of the camera, but at the same time we want to create nice ambient light and nice shadow and details inside the shadow. So it's a little bit challenge to do this, but I think we have a lot of fun. So let's go ahead and create first our terrain. And for this tutorial we'll use it Vue 7. And some other ones we will use it with Vue 8 when I think will be appropriate to use new features. Overall, my recommendation on if you want to upgrade or not, just check out what special options you will receive when you're upgrading and you think they're necessary for you. It's probably a good decision to upgrade. Another case, and maybe you don't need it, and Vue 7 just will work fine for you. But to cover all these versions we will use Vue 7.5 Extreme for this tutorial. So we create our terrain. Let's go ahead and edit this object. A couple of things I want to do here. It is first click to reset, so we'll have it flat. We'll increase, just multiply our resolution 512 by 512, and we go ahead and click create peaks. And I like to use it the peaks because they give it very nice sharp edges and same time interesting terrain. So let's go ahead, click OK, and at this point we'll just start a little bit stretching. We'll take our main camera and move slightly above and rotate. Okay, a couple of things what I want to show you, and if you want it I recommend to view to our first intro. So I'm going to enable some frame guides, and the reason why, because I want to see right here the better how we can position our camera to have it a little bit better on layout. So we have it one. Next we'll go ahead, select, and just if you press Alt key and drag, it will same time will copy. So we have two copies, and the reason is what I'm doing right now, if you notice, I want to create this nice kind of interchange right here between two of those skills. So let's go ahead, go render to screen. So if you notice, we have a very nice kind of interchange between two of the terrains. Next, actually camera, maybe we need to put it just slightly down, right about right here. Okay, next what we're going to do, it is apply texture to our terrain. So let's go ahead and select both of them, go ahead, open, and we'll go to landscape, and we'll just select our grass. Okay, next let's go ahead and add ecosystem. Just by clicking, go general, add plant. And again, when you start more work, you will start building your own collection of the plants, and some of them I kind of recommend to use because they have a very nice presets. And for example, right now we'll use lush with field connection, and I will use the poppy color, so we'll add that. Let's go ahead, add another plant. We'll maybe select field daisy. And also what I want to do, I want to add something more green, so we'll go to the grass, and we'll select long grass for this. Okay, a couple things what you can do. If you can populate at this point, your system may notify that it will take too many instances and you may have a problem. Currently on this system I have a lot of memory, so it will be no problem for me. But if you have it, I highly recommend to use dynamic populations. What it does, it will populate only in an area where camera sees, so it won't create instance on the side. So let's do this way. In this case we also can increase density, and we'll see on a scale how it's going. So let's go ahead, click OK, and let's preview our render. So at this point we can see we have it already nice collection of the grass covering and plants, but I want to have it more red flowers around. So what we're going to do is, let's go ahead, open, go to ecosystem, and right here what we will work on the presence. So if we go ahead and decrease amount to maybe 4, pop up at 6 and leave it presence 1, the system will populate mostly with the highest numbers, so we'll have it more of the field poppy flowers than other ones. So we'll go ahead and increase density. Now let's preview one more time. So you notice right now we have it much more of the red flowers. However, it's look nice, but maybe want to increase, so we'll have it a little bit bigger flowers. Again, we'll go ahead here, go to scaling and increase scaling maybe up to 7. Okay. Also, other things what I want to do, it is click shrink node density and disable decay near foreign objects. The reason why, because right now with the two of terrain was combined together, it was intersect, so we did not have a very good coloring on those flowers here. Okay, this is look but right. We maybe want to go ahead and increase a little bit more, so we'll increase presence, just decrease a little bit more there. Okay, as well at this point we can start to work a little bit on the lighting. So let's go and take our sunlight and we'll move just a little bit behind. Okay, so let's go ahead, atmosphere editor, and we'll just maybe readjusting our sun just about the position. Okay, as well I want to decrease corona so we have it less light spill on our atmosphere. And you can notice when we increase corona size, you can notice right here how we change the lighting. So I put it to the 0. Okay, let's go to the light tab. In the light tab for these tutorials we will use it global radiosity. The reason why, because I want the light bouncing from the flowers from red color. Okay, as well, let's go ahead and change ambient color. Again, I will put it more to saturate and darker color as well. Okay, and we'll move, go ahead, the increase balance more towards the sun. Okay, now let's go to our clouds and we'll just add probably simple small clouds. Okay, we can leave it, just put them a little bit lower so they will cover partially our sun. Okay, we'll leave it here, increase them just slightly higher. And again, if you had preview windows, you can see how we're adjusting them. So what have we done? We increase in the height of our clouds okay, let me show you. So what we did, we increase thickness of this layer by have it 1 kilometer. Okay, and also we set altitude how high against the ground it can be. Okay, so we done this one. As well, we go ahead and decrease feathering. And in some cases I like to use it, but decreasing will give us a bit more interesting details. And because I want to use it, our background, our sky as one of the main clouds, partial part of our scenery, the details on the cloud will play a huge role in this. Okay, maybe let's increase opacity, which make a little bit field cloud more dense. Okay, and we'll increase also details. Okay, at this point, if we go in preview, you can notice we already have a very nice set of the clouds. That have a nice density to them and picture. Okay, so let's stop this preview. Let's go to sky and work haze. So what I want to do, it's decrease to about 60, 80 about. So we'll have a darker clouds in the corner. Increase our decay amount. Maybe put a little bit down. Okay, what I'm right now try to adjust is the colors and the haze degradation right there at the end. Okay. Next we go ahead, increase density on the fog and probably leave it altitude about the same. The air glowing, so we'll decrease, leave it about. So in this case it will give it us a little bit more crispy on our sky. But I will increase aerial perspective and you can notice how it's changed dramatically. So if we have it around 1, we have a darker clouds if you want it. But overall actually I want them more blend with the background, so we'll go ahead and increase aerial perspective. As well we will increase after quality on our final. The one other things I recommend to do, it is for the stills, disable wind and a breeze. That will just a little bit help sometimes removing flickering, but for the still it doesn't really matter. Just use this as a habit to do that. Let's click OK and let's render preview. Okay, so here a couple things. You notice how the dark those flowers is. I want maybe play a little bit more with accent, so the red color and everything. Couple things will be changed. One, of course, when you switch to the final render, you'll notice, let's compare it before it was preview, and you will notice how the light will a little bit look different when we will be in a final mode. Okay, so on the final you can see we have a little bit better details, of to have it way more to work around this, to have the picture look even better. So let's go ahead and change a couple of things. So we'll go to the scaling, we'll increase scaling even more. Okay, next things what I want to do, I want to actually work a little bit more on the flowers. Even they look red, I want to add some variety a little bit in the coloring, and as well just make them stand out more. So we go ahead in our material tab, and you notice right here in the ecosystem folder we have it additional materials, and we can see this is our petals for our poppy seed kind of plants. So let's go ahead, add it. We'll go to color alpha, we'll right click and go edit function. So right now what we're going to do is click select our color line and add blender. Next we'll add color map, so we'll connect to color map. Let's add distance to object center. Okay, can go ahead, connect them together. Next we'll select our connector node and we'll add filter, and we'll switch filter to map mode. So in a map mode we'll move 1 to -1 and 1, it's our color range, and upper value will maybe set from 20 to around 100. 100 is too much, just 70 round. So now we'll modify our color map, so we'll go ahead, edit, and we'll set on one end a very red. Let's select this one and we'll set this more towards kind of yellowish. Color. So right now we have this nice smooth. What we've done, we said on this object what we're creating currently, it will be plant, and we'll say change colors on our plants depend on the height. So the lower will have it yellow, the higher will be red. So we'll modify that. And the map is what we said our what size we want. We may modify more the settings depend on the size of our plants. And the blender we probably want to move a little bit more towards our coloring. So we're done this way. Click OK. As well we can open another one, go ahead, edit function, And we can do same thing here. So we'll add another color. Connect, we'll add object center. Connect, we'll highlight the node and we'll apply filter to the middle, and we'll switch this to the map. And again, -1, 20, and maybe 60 actually. So, okay, as well, we can go ahead edit this color map. So we'll go ahead select red, this one, and yellow if you want it, or you can play with different colors. This end. Okay. One thing till we in this kind of mode, what I want to do, I want to go inside the effect and I want to increase ambient light and diffuse so it will be brighter. So let's do same. In this case, our plants will stand much more from the environment. So let's switch to preview. That's very fast. So you can notice already our plants here, our flowers have much more color in them, and they stand out much better from all the scenery. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's, you know what, let's modify a couple of things. Let's take our camera. Okay, and we'll move just slightly closer. And because we move closer, we want just reduce size of our plants. So let's decrease even grass a little bit more. Okay, scaling, and we'll just decrease down. Let's preview. Okay, we have it. Better look on the flowers now. Okay, let's go ahead, reposition our camera. And in some cases it's kind of find right place. So we'll have a nice covering. Okay, it's about right. Let's add a few plants. So we go ahead, select our trees. Go ahead. And when normally I add different plants, what I try to do it is try to combine different colors and different type and shape of the trees. This will give it a little bit more natural look as in real. If you look all trees, the kind of different types they mix. Okay, we'll go add right here. Just place it right around this area. Okay, let's render. Okay, so here's our image, and this is look very interesting in this area, but I little bit don't like how the left part is come up. So let's rework, take our terrain, and we'll go just decrease in size. And one nice thing about working with a dynamic ecosystem population, you don't need to adjust after. When you start rendering, system will readjust itself. So in that case, we'll have it more opening, and let's look a little bit more balanced in that way. Okay, let's go ahead, and again, it's just a little bit adjustments to what we're going to do. Okay, we're almost done on this. We need to add one more light, and I'm using quadric point light, and I'll put it right on the side. This will add a little bit more ambient light, so we'll have a little bit more details with our lighting. Okay, let's preview, and you notice we don't have it now so hard shadows, and we have a little bit more details. However, it's need to be done gently, so we don't have it right now. It's look very not natural right here. Look like some too bright point of light. So Let's take a little bit adjustment to position properly, and as well set light, not overwhelming, so just give it nice touch in the shadows. Okay, we start hearing a little bit more right on red plants, but I think we can add a few more touches there, so we'll create copy. Okay, we'll increase in size. We have a little bit more far distance right here as well. We take it, and a couple things maybe I want to adjust, just slightly tilted. Okay, and as well we take our terrains, we'll modify, and we'll increase density. Just pop up slightly, so we'll have it more of this. And let's go ahead and just remove grass for now, so we'll see. Okay, until rendering we can see we have a nice foreground with a much better coloring now with our plants. Far away hill, we need last touch to do on this, so let me cancel. So we'll take and we'll reduce scaling, so we'll make much smaller plants. Okay, just readjusting, so just something more far away. Okay, and I think we're almost ready to our final, so let's go ahead to atmosphere, sky fog. We'll increase quality, at least about 2 for our clouds, so we'll have a much better render there. Okay, let's go check our sun. Okay, atmosphere rating, we set light to global radiosity. Just pop up a little bit here. Increase on the shadowing, so we'll have it better on the trees. And we are ready actually for final render. So let's click final render and see our result. Okay, so here's our final render, and you can see how with manipulating with the lighting and ambient light and some coloring, we add more interesting look to our scenery with easy to see some details, and we still have our sun up front of the camera. Okay, thank you for watching this tutorial from GeekatPlay Studio. Please come visit us on our web is www.geekatplay.com.